In this question, it asks us to get the shaded area, so the shaded area here in blue. And the way we can do that is we have to first calculate the area of the whole rectangle. That would be 20 times 12, and that would be the whole area. And then we take away the one which we don't want, which is the area here in white. So that would be the small rectangle, and that's 2 times 8. So first calculate the whole rectangle. I'll do that now. So whole would be 20 times 12. So remember, we need to do breadth times height. 20 would be breadth, and 12 would be height. So we put in our calculator. 20 times 12 equals to 240. And remember, the values, the units would be centimeters squared because it's area. That's the whole one. Now a small one, for the small one, we have to do, again, breadth, which would be 2 centimeters. So 2 centimeters is our breadth. And then we times that by the height, which in this case is 8 centimeters. In this case, this would be height. So we put that in our calculator. We end up getting 16 centimeters squared. And remember, to get the shaded area, so S shaded, we will take the whole one, which was 240, that was whole, and we subtract the small one from it, and that was 16, and that will give us a shaded one. So 240 minus 16 is 224. So in this case, 224 square centimeters is the area of the shaded part. The question here asks us to get the shaded area, so the area here in blue. What we can do is we can get the whole area of the whole circle, which is going to be 5, so the radius is going to be 5 centimeters plus 4. So this part here is 4, so we can just basically add 4 and 5 together to get the radius of the whole circle. And then we'll do the calculations to get the actual area of the whole circle. So once we have the area of the whole circle, the next part is to remove the area of the unshaded circle. And the 5 centimeter by itself was the radius of the unshaded circle. And if we have whole area minus unshaded area, we get the shaded area. Let's quickly do that. So all we have to do is we have to do pi, that's times r squared. That was the area of a circle. In this case, r is going to be 5 plus 4 squared. So type that into a calculator. 5 plus 4 is the same as 9. So I'm just typing in 9 squared times pi. And then it's going to be, so for our whole area, it's going to be 254 squared. Now to get our unshaded, we just take the radius of the unshaded circle, which would be 5 centimeters. So same idea, pi times 5 squared. And what is that? So 5 squared would be 25. And then we times that by pi. And that would be 78.53, but I'm just going to round it up to 79 centimeters. Remember the last part was just, we're trying to get the whole, so we're trying to get the shaded. So we're going to take the 254, which was the whole, and subtract the unshaded from it, which is 79. And that's going to get us 254 minus 79 equals 175. So in this case, the unshaded area is 175 square centimeters. 175. For this question, we have to get the shaded area. So the shaded area in blue is what we're trying to find. And what we can do is we can take the area of the whole rectangle. The whole rectangle would be 10 centimeters. That would be the breadth, and 9 centimeters would be the height. And we remove the area of the unshaded triangle. In this case, it's a triangle. And the height would be 5 centimeters. In this case, the actual breadth would be 10 centimeters as well, because it's the same line as the one on the bottom here. It's 10 centimeters of breadth. So let's do that quickly. So to get the whole area of the rectangle, all we do is 10 centimeters times 9 centimeters. Remember, breadth times height. And that would be the same as 90 centimeters squared. Now the other part would be to get the area of the unshaded triangle. So remember, that was half times height. In this case, height is 5, and breadth. So in this case, breadth we said was 10. So half times breadth, which is 5, times height, which is 10. Put that in our calculator, and we will get 5 times 10 is 50, and half of 50 is 25. So this would be 25 square centimeters. So now we have the unshaded area and we have the whole rectangle, and that's enough to get us the shaded area. So the shaded area was the whole rectangle, which was area of that was 90 square centimeters. We remove the unshaded triangle, which we remember was 25 centimeters. And that's going to get our area for the shaded area, which will be 60. If we put that in our calculator, it'd be 65 square centimeters. In this case, the area of the blue unshaded area is 65 square centimeters. So in this question, we have to try to find the shaded area here. And what we can do is we can try to find first the area of the whole circle, and then subtract the unshaded triangle. So in this case, this is here, 13 is the diameter. And remember, to get the radius of that whole circle, all we have to do is we have to do half the diameter. So in this case, the radius would be 6.5 centimeters. And we also have the breadth and the height of the triangles to get the unshaded parts. This will be the breadth, and this will be the height of the triangle. So all that's enough to be able to figure out the shaded area. So let's give it a go. Let's try doing this one. Alright, so in this case, the whole circle area would be pi times r squared. Remember, r was 6.5 squared. So we put that in our calculator, it's going to be 6.5 squared and times pi, which would be 130. So our area here is 132.7 square centimeters. That's for our whole circle. Remember, we're going to remove the unshaded triangle, and the area of the unshaded triangle was half times breadth. In this case, breadth here is 12 times height. In this case, height is 5. So you put that on a calculator, and half times 12 times 5, we actually end up getting 30. So in this case, the area of the unshaded triangle, which we want to remove, is 30. So now we're going to get the shaded area. So remember, shaded area would be the whole circle, so 132.7 centimeters. We remove the unshaded triangle, which would be 30 centimeters. And that will get you shaded area. And the shaded area is going to be, if we take away 30 from 132.7, we end up having 102.7 square centimeters. So this will be the actual result for the